There we go. Facebook. Guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? I forgot my pen, man. There's my trademark thing here, and it's Tuesday. It's Transformation Tuesday. Hopefully you guys are all well. And this topic, man, I love this. It just came to me so easy. And I hope that, because going through change is hard, but not changing ultimately is going to be harder. You're going to bring about things that you never even thought of, just because you don't even realize you're in this default mode of vibration every day. So really take heed to what I am about to present to you. But out of the quote box tonight, I'm going to get right to it, and I'll go to National Day of, which is not a big deal. It only pertains to men, basically. So sorry, guys. But out of the quote box tonight, this is what really jacked me. And then I acquired I remember this old post from Alan Watts I want to present to you guys as a form to kind of ease the sting with what's going on in your life if you're going through change. Because change is not easy, but it's inevitable. You have to get better, to heal, to grow, to move forward. Quote box, here we go. You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. Who the hell posted that? I wish I can give them credit for that. That spurred the old creative juices in my mind. I said, wait, I got to bring something to you guys. And the spiritual sense of transformation goes back, thousands of years. In scripture that they noted, a quick synopsis of transformation, and I'll get to my point here. Transformation is a significant and positive change, often used in a spiritual context where individuals are changed from the inside out. If they were saying this thousands of years ago, why is it now the narrative to hustle and grind forward to try to get past what's going on in your life and distract yourself from what's really going on, the source? When I faced my challenges literally head on, and created a new direction in my life, that's basically all it is. You're just revamping the code. You're creating a whole new thinking process by how you want your life to be and following that narrative every single day. It sounds simple. It really is. See, transformation is not hard. It's as hard as you make it so. And I'm going to make this quick because for today of National Zipper Day, any man would understand that it takes care of our humility. Women don't have to worry about it. But it's National Zipper Day, invented, 150 years ago. So kudos to the man back in 1851 who saved the man's dignity by inventing it. The only thing I wish they would invent is a way to stop, not the aging process in men, and I'm getting personal here because this is it's irritating. Maybe it's just me. But how can aging stop the mass growth of ear hair? I know I'm getting crazy, but it drives me absolutely nothing fuss. Every day, men have to shave. They got to go up to and the women are like, oh, boo, friggin' who? I get it. I'm just venting here. I'm going on this banter. Stop the ear hair from coming out like a brown Q-tip. There's got to be a better way to get rid of it than trying to take out whatever. I figured I'd give you guys a quick chuckle on the life of the America's Mentor here. But Alan Watts had this beautiful, beautiful lecture on healing and transformation. And I'm going to read it to you guys very, very slow because it gets to the meat of the problem. We forget how truly powerful we are. We forget that we are a spiritual being having a human experience. We think the outside world is dictating our life, and the actuality is the inside world is creating our outside world. The world's not happening to us, it's following through us. And when you get to that point, you realize how actually simple it is to create a format of living for your life, be diligent about that every day, follow through on it every day. You create a new thought process, and whatever pain you went through will not disappear, but it's just going to be stored and, sometimes triggered by your five senses, but manageable, which is most important. To manage your pain. We manage pain on the physical level, But on a mental level is where you don't see this kind of stuff out there. You don't people think that a pill is going to solve the problem. It's not the pill, it's the person. You keep throwing wood into the fire, it's going to get bigger. You keep reflecting on the situation or experiences, it's going to become anchored and stronger in your life. Therefore, it's going to, in essence, direct your energy to the next event, situation, or circumstance to match what you just went through to start the whole freaking process all over again. Let me get to my point. Alan Watts, beautiful. Oh, this almost gave me tears, and this is how much of a nerd I am. I love it because it gets to the meat of the problem. It gets to the heart of who we are. I'm going to get right to it. Let me fix my keyboard here, man. I'll read it to you slow. It's a couple pages, but I write very big, so it's not very long. But bear with me here and listen to each word, and I'll give a simple, and I'll do some commentary afterwards on the talking points, because transformation is a choice made by you. And after these words, realize that there's a lesson there. That there was a lesson in who you are, not your situations, but who you are to attract those situations. These words from Alan Watts: why healing isn't about erasing pain, it's about transforming through it. First you suffer, then you awaken, and only then you begin to ascend. That pain is not a punishment, but a summons. A knock on the inner door that says, wake up. Not to the world, but to yourself. Suffering shakes the foundation of who you think you are, so you may truly discover who you truly are. And when that veil lifts, something extraordinary happens. He goes on to say, stop identifying with the wound and begin identifying as the witness to the wound. From here, ascension isn't about floating off into the clouds. It's about fully returning to the present, unburdened by the past. You begin to live as the soul and not the story. Beautiful, beautiful friggin' words by that. If your life isn't the way you thought it would be, most likely it's because of the way you thought it would be. When you get to the point in your life where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, ascension is just conscious thinking. That's what he was referring to. It's going to a higher spiritual self. And when you get to that point of ascending up to the true spirituality of who you are, is when you realize what you can create from that new antenna, that new cell tower, the new frequency that you're emitting every day. A knock on the inner door says, wake up. This is ignorance is bliss. I get it. I was there. I lived there for decades, man. It was knocking at my door, and it was shaking me, saying, pay attention to what you're thinking about. Pay attention to the story you keep telling yourself. Pay attention to what you're attracting. This is what pain does. It's a red flag. It's a wake-up call for you to ascend to a higher level, to understand who you truly are, so you can become who you truly want to be. These kind of words, if you have this stuff floating on your feet every day, if you're really into transformation, if you're really into changing that self to a new self, the true self, you have to ascend to a higher way of thinking. We're all blessed to be here. We're all blessed to have this life, but we're dumped here, literally dumped here out of the womb, to find out why, to learn, experience, to grow, and sadly go through situations and attract situations that are conducive to who we truly are. It's the programming before that has created that. Well, that's what he's talking about in the terms of waking up. It's realizing how you are programming. I love this. And this is what people do constantly. They identify themselves as their story. And they reiterate that every single day. They're constantly telling the story, and you've probably heard it if you guys are into spirituality, transformation, and trying to get to the next level. The story about yourself is pivotal to your future success. Why not create a new story? Why not create one where you're succeeding instead of failing? Why not create a story of the person that you've always wanted to become? Live by that every day. Journal it, write it, think it, feel it. and believe it with all your heart and soul. This is where the healing begins. It's just creating a new mindset to put the experiences that have hurt you into the subconscious mind so you can deal with it better, because now you're living at a higher level. When you guys get to that point in life, when you get to the point where you're sick and tired of always reflecting on the past that hurts you, you have to understand that you have to stop identifying yourself with the wound and begin to identify yourself as the witness. You guys watch CSI. I used to watch that shit. I mean, they always have to start from the back end to move forward. That's what I'm telling you guys to do. And that's what helped me. I had to start at the source of where the problem was, of who I was, to attracting to myself what I was. And I can probably say that is what I was. That is what transformation is creating a new mindset, living by that every day with your thoughts and your feelings, most importantly, and reflecting that out to the world and let the world show you who you truly are. It's showing who you truly are now by your situations and your circumstances that you're attracting every day. The people, everything around you is coming from you because it's going through you. That's the laws of the universe. And that's the higher ascension level that Alan Watts was talking about. It's living with that mindset that is showing you the world by your mindset. And this is great because now you can change it. If you stop identifying yourself as the wound, like so many of us that I see constantly all the time with warrior and survivor and this and that and narcissist, you realize you attracted that by who you are. When you stop making excuses about what has happened to you, you can start creating the new life you've always wanted for you. This simple rendition of what he said literally can change your life because it puts not the blame, but it puts the reflection of the mirror that you're looking at every day upon yourself. And that alone should create change in your life. That alone should help you understand that I'm the cause. And most importantly, life is the effect from that cause. And you can change that with a mindset of victory. You can change that with the mindset of prosperity. You can change that with the mindset of spirituality in the highest ascension of who you've always wanted to become. But in essence, it's a conscious choice. It's you making that conscious choice and stop living subconsciously every day. You're taking your power back. A lot of us, including myself, have given my power to many people throughout the years, and it pissed me off. It should piss you off because when you understand that you were taught to give your power away, thinking that it was going to give you happiness, power, and all these things back, you were kidding yourself. Don't get mad at the teacher. Understand you're the student who is now the teacher of yourself. So guys, really think about it for yourself. Really think about the fact that when you stop identifying as the wound, you'll understand what has happened to you. Therefore, you can change it. You can bring different opportunities, different situations, different circumstances just by changing your thought about how you identify yourself by what the story you keep telling yourself. The minute you friggin' wake up every day, the story you say about your life. Is it a good day or is it going to be the usual day? Is it going to be a fantastic day of abundance, love, and peace where I attract only good in my life? And mind you, I practice this every day, and it friggin' works. I love it. Before you even step out of friggin' bed and you say, thank you for this awesome day I have today, you reiterate that, watch how life friggin' responds. This is the new energy, the new mindset, the Transformation Tuesday that you've always wanted to encounter. My videos are nothing. My videos find you because you're looking for them. And other videos like that. That's how it helped me. I was looking for answers. Why was all of this happening in my life? I asked for years and years and years and saw little breadcrumbs. This is how transformation is. This is how life is. It shows off. The more powerful the energy of change, the more answers you're going to get for that change. So guys, happy Tuesday to you guys. America's Mentor _radio on Instagram. Much love for you two guys. Why healing isn't about erasing pain, it's about transforming through it. Realize we all have the power, man. We all have the power to change. We have the power to transform. And we have the power to grow, to be whoever we've always wanted to friggin' be. Enjoy your Tuesday, guys. I'll see you guys soon, man.